Becoming great producer takes 10 times more than you think. So I mean, at first producing really outstanding beats and then selling them, creating brand, working with artists, building your position in the industry, building yourself as a man, building yourself as a producer. Okay? It takes more than you think. And even though I always tell you in my content, and I would love to tell it right now, making really good beat, making outstanding beat, making 10 out of 10 beat actually takes less than you think. In terms of, you don't need to put 20 hours into making one outstanding beat. Actually, you can make really good beat in like 20 minutes, and then you can go to an artist and sell it in like 5 minutes. But the real thing is, even though these things take only few minutes, actually becoming the guy who is able to do this stuff this quickly takes fucking years. It takes fucking sacrifices. It really takes a lot from you, man, okay? Because now I give you this type of advice that you shouldn't focus too much on making this one specific beat, because that's exactly what I'm doing. I can right now sit down, take this fucking laptop, which is, by the way, totally bad for making beats, but I can sit down, I can make proper beat in like 20 minutes, I can then export it, I can put it on my channel, I can get views. And then I can call my like artists that I know, I can just go to my DMs and, yo, do you need some beat? I can sell it. I can make money on this beat really fucking quickly with really low effort. But to become this person, I had to make thousands of beats, hundreds of uploads. I had to be more than 4 years in the game, had to be in hundreds of conversations with rappers, hundreds of DMs, thousands of emails sent. Okay? A lot of channels I've created in my life, okay? A lot of those videos I'm recording right now. I've tested multiple fucking platforms, multiple types of beats, multiple types of plugins. Okay? Because that's something that I actually thought about, like, literally right now. I have few scripts for more videos that are more like, that are less wild, but I want to deliver this one specific message in this video, okay? Because I just came back from my first week of university, okay? So I generally was producing in high school, I finished high school, I had like few months between high school and university after my board exams. I had few months of being like full-time producer, not really making that much money, but I didn't have to go to a job because I was making some money with producing, so I was like producing full-time and making also this content for you here, okay? But now I went to fucking university. I had to move from my goddamn village with like 500 like citizens to like to like the biggest city in this part of Europe, okay? Generally the capital city of Poland, which is Warsaw. I am living there right now. I just came back from home because I like, you know, I can go back home in like a few hours, but I generally live there right now. And I actually thought, damn, I actually was like moving places, finding my new friends, because I moved to the Warsaw without actually any people I knew. So I had to create my social life and generally my life from scratch in the biggest city in Poland. I had to, like, you know, adapt to those conditions of living in student accommodation, to just going to the university, finding yourself in this fucking big city. I'm not used to that. I'm totally not used to that. I've never lived in a city, to be honest. I had to do all that, and guess what? I haven't missed any upload on this channel, haven't missed any upload on my Typebeat channel, haven't missed any fucking convos with rappers, okay? I've been making beats every day, I've been uploading beats every day, I've been thinking about this content every day. I've been even editing my fucking shorts for this channel every day. I was on my way back home yesterday on the train. Guess what? What I was doing on the train? I was making fucking beats, okay? I was making fucking beats on my way to my home on the fucking train. Okay? And actually, there is one more important story about the train that's actually showing why some producers, including me, can just perform really fucking good, spending 20 minutes on the beat and 2 minutes on uploading to YouTube. I was sitting next to this one guy, and we've been doing a conversation, but at some point I thought, okay, it's nice talking, but I will do some jobs. Generally, I asked him, have you ever seen somebody making beats on the train? He told me, not really. So I told him, so you will see now. I started making those beats, so I was like 30 minutes into locked in, because I was generally doing some mixing and exporting for those beats. And when I finished generally, so I put my laptop down, and this guy is telling me, yo, like, I can see that you're just really fucking advanced in this, you just have a lot of fucking knowledge, because, no, actually, when you are in the FL Studio, it seems like it's easy, but this guy is looking, fuck, bro, like, it seems like you have really a lot of, like, skills in that, and I don't want to be like, no, I don't want to tell you right now that I'm the biggest fucking producer in the world, that I'm the best user of FL Studio in the world, because it's not really a thing. But actually, I thought, fuck, he's right. Like, I have all this fucking really specific information about mixing, about sampling, about making arrangement, about, you know, just all those little fucking things in FL Studio, all those little fucking tricks, how to name, how to find the scale, how to find the key of the beat generally, you know, how to make a proper drop, how to add hi-hat, what type of hi-hat roll works the best. I thought, I can now sit down and make those beats in 20-30 minutes, and I'm good with that, because I put a lot of fucking work into this. I sacrificed I used to sacrifice like 99% of my social life for this. I sacrificed my relationship with my girlfriend at some point, okay? I sacrificed a lot of fucking stuff. I could like have zero fucking money, and I was putting some money into producing anyway, okay? I was able to I used to like not make any money from my beats and still keep producing, keep uploading for weeks and months without any money made, okay? And nobody fucking believed really in this process, okay? Nobody really, like, when I was talking to people on my whole fucking way before selling my beats, they were telling, yeah, I actually, even though some of them tried to be really nice to me, tried to be friendly. Wait, I will grab a bottle of water. Even like my real friends, they were actually friendly with that. They were like wishing me good. They were telling me like, no, yeah, keep going. Generally, I wish that it will work. But like, honestly, my honest friends were telling me, well, bro, it would be nice if you can do this, but I don't think that you will really do this. It wasn't really like they were doubting in me. It was more like, yeah, it seems unreasonable to like just, you know, you started making some fucking random beats when you were like 14, why would you make money with that? It doesn't seem reasonable. But guess what? I stick to the fucking process. I kept uploading, kept improving my skills, kept getting some gear, getting some, like, generally improving my fucking beats, improving my marketing, improving my brand. And guess what? Now I can sell my fucking beats. But I had to stick to this. And most of you guys generally are not in my position, even though my position is still not great, because I'm not like totally full-time producer right now. I'm in university and stuff. I'm just not in the moment in my life when I actually should go full-time and just, only go into beats, because I wouldn't make that much money that it would make sense, okay? So generally, even though my position is not great, your position is even worse if we consider our position like producing. And why? Because I sacrificed a lot more, okay? I sacrificed some stupid fucking little hobbies. I generally sacrifice stupid things like playing video games, reading some fucking useless fantasy books, some Netflix shows, watching movies, and then I also sacrifice like partying, drinking, smoking, okay? And at some point I used to I sometimes had to skip a workout to work on my music, okay? I used to do this shit. I had this whole workout plan for my whole week, and I had to change it because I was I was in the fucking zone producing. Let's say I was doing mixing for some guy with specific deadline. I thought, okay, fuck, I need to skip this shit today. Like, I wasn't really skipping trainings, but I was generally let's say, instead of doing 3-hour training, I was doing 1-hour training. I used to do this shit. I had some people will tell, yeah, but I have 2 exams this week. I can't keep, shut the fuck up, bro. Like, that's the problem. Today I was in this conversation with my friend, and he's telling me that, yeah, I will not able to record my reels for this week. Generally, he got into also making educational content recently, in completely different niche, so you probably will not find him. But the thing is, he's telling me, yo, I can't really make those reels for my account this week because I have 2 exams or something like that. And I'm thinking, I don't want to be too brutal to somebody who is not in this game too long, because it may scare them. But then my real thought was, fuck you, man, shut the fuck up. 2 exams? What the fuck is 2 exams? I kept selling beats, I kept doing mixing, I kept doing all this stuff while I have board fucking exams every fucking day after fucking high school, okay? I kept literally being in combos with artists, making beats, uploading, making plans for fucking future while I had my fucking board exams, the most important fucking exams in my life, okay? So it really seems like sometimes somebody like me is just this fucking lucky guy, and this is so fucking retarded idea. I'm like the opposite of that. I didn't have any fucking upper hand. I don't know any fucking music. I didn't know any music theory when I was starting. I didn't have any like good instrument skills. Nobody like bought me actually any gear. I had to bought it by myself actually. My parents actually bought me license for FL Studio like a lot of years ago, but this is the whole thing. The rest was generally my money. I had to make it working in a food factory. And yeah, I just had to fucking lock in, okay? Other people, like generally, why I can be more successful in beats than you, even though you're older or even you're more years in the game, because you started, let's say, producing your beats few years ago. But what does it fucking mean if in those last years I produced 3000 beats and you produced like 200 beats? It means nothing, man, okay? Generally, the only reason why I'm in better position than you is because I sacrificed more, I put more work into my craft, okay? I had to really become highly fucking educated guy in just FL Studio, okay? Because when you're thinking about it, I just actually had this thought that, I actually been studying a lot of physics, a lot of mathematics, a lot of these like school subjects, but actually when I think about it, like the area of life where I have the biggest amount of like generally knowledge, that area that gives me like, knowledge on the level of some fucking engineering degree is actually producing. Because I'm like kind of, one-man orchestra. I know a lot about mixing, about those frequencies, about recording, about marketing this stuff, about branding. So generally, I'm not telling you that you need to know everything to become good producer, because generally I have this idea that if something is for everything, it's for nothing. But generally I have all these like specific little pieces of knowledge that generally let me at the end of the day be just a capable producer who can produce beats quickly, who can market them, who can sell them. So generally my message for today is, don't expect your fucking money, your success from producing to be easy. Okay? You just need to understand that if somebody has more than you, it's very likely to just he traded more of his stuff for other stuff. Because at the end of the day, we all have 24 hours, we all have one life, one health, we all have some fucking money saved, maybe some power. Okay, some people have, upper hand. If I was born in some third world country in Africa, and I was like, I would have to literally work since I was 12 to just not starve or something. Obviously, I'm still privileged. But honestly, guys, if you are producers, you are in the same fucking situation. Like, you're living in some fucking Europe, USA, Canada, even like if you're from South America, from Africa, from Asia, from some countries that have a little bit worse situation that like my country, Poland. Like, anyway, if you can be a producer, if you have some basic gear, you have some basic plugins, have a studio, you have computer, you have internet, you have really more than enough. And now it's not about being more fucking privileged. It's only about putting more work, about sacrificing more. I just traded more hours of my life for being a better producer. I traded more relationships for being producer. I traded more parties, more experiences, more fucking hobbies, more new things for being better producer. Okay? So I will love to leave you with this optimistic message that if you want to level up as a producer, you need to sacrifice more, you need to put more into it. So is kind of my whole message for today. If you want to get into my paid community, and so you want to get generally get connected with me and other like-minded producers on your level, on your or higher level than you, so you can learn from better than you, and you also want to see my courses, including 10-hour selling beats course, go into first link in the description. This is my community called First K Beat. So go into first link in the description. That's all for today. Bye.